Jai Bharat to all students. In last lecture, we have started new chapter which is a function of management. Okay, uh, we already discussed what are the different function of management. There are mainly 5 function: planning, organizing, staffing, controlling. Okay, so in last lecture we already discussed planning, what is planning, definition of planning, and how do we implement planning process, then importance of planning, and last limitation of planning. Okay, so now in this lecture our second main function, organization, which we will talk about. Okay, in that what is the organization, definition, nature of organization, and there are mainly 2 types of organization, centralization and decentralization. Okay, so that we will discuss in this lecture. Okay, so first of all, organization. The organization function creates the pattern of relationship among worker. Okay, as the word say organize, okay, it creates a pattern among different worker and makes optimum use of resources, available resources, material, to uh, enable the accomplishment of plans and objective. We have already plans. Okay, something objective, goals. Okay, so organization deals with the relationship of a different worker, manager or employee or same level worker, and optimum use of resources, material, how many materials is available, what are the material is required. Okay, for these two process including in the organization, for what purpose? To accomplish our goals, objective, plans. Okay, so organization function typically follows the planning stage. Okay, planning stage, we have discussed planning stage. Okay, if we decide this types of work we will doing with this worker. Okay, so organization deals with that, follows a planning stage. Okay, and specific organization duty involve the assignment of task to the employee, worker, or a grouping of task, means make a group of worker, group of task into department, and the assignment of authority and allocation of resources. Okay, there are mainly 2 parts: giving the task to the worker and allocation of resources. Okay, across the all the organization, it's called organization function. Proper definition: organization is the process of defining and grouping the activity of enterprise and establishing the authority relationship. Okay, among them means worker, give the authority and give the relation between worker. Okay, also define and grouping the activity, this work will done by this worker, these 2 worker will give work in 2 days, 3 days, which materials is required. Okay, so it's a process of defining and grouping the activity of enterprise and establishing the authority relationship among them. Now nature of organization. Okay, what are the, we already discussed in last nature of planning. In this also we will discuss nature of organization. Okay, first of all, specialization and division of work. Okay, organization means giving specific task to the given specific employee. Okay, so the entire philosophy of organization is center on the concept of specialization and division of worker. Okay, I have specialization in website development, other is specialization in Android. Okay, like this. Okay, so specialization and give the different work to the specialization, and division of work. Okay, so division of work is assigning responsibility for the each organization component. Okay, give the work to the each organization component to a specific individual or group. Okay, give the task as a specialized worker. Okay. It becomes specialization when the responsibility for a specific task lies with the designated expert in the field. Okay, I have given a website development to the special website developer person. Okay, I have given the errors in Android or any work related to Android to the specialization in Android department. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I will give the specific task to this designated group who are coordinated to allow the process at hand to function correctly. Okay, he is the specified in that work, so it will operative work correctly and coordinated. Okay, next is orientation towards goals. Okay, so every organization has its own purpose and objective. Okay, we all know organization is the function employed to achieve the overall goals, total our goals of the organization. Okay, so organization harmonize the individual goal of the employee with the overall objective. Okay, it will not depend on the individual goal, it will work on the overall goals of the company firm. Okay, then composition of individual and group. Composition means mix of individual and group. Okay, individual forms a group. Okay, two or three individual make one group, and the group different group forms an organization. Okay, so the organization is the composition of individual as well as group also. Okay, so individual are grouped into department and their work is coordinated and directed towards the organization goals, directed toward the completing organization goals. Then continuity. Yes, a organization is a group of people with the defined relationship in which they work together to achieve the goals. There are many workers in the industry or firm, 100, 500. Okay, or organization. This so relationship is required. Okay, so relationship does not come to an end after completing each task. Okay, so organization is never ending process. Okay, relationship is not for the one work or two work. Okay, it's a never ending process between any two worker, between any two group of employee. Okay, so continuity will there till the end of that organization. Then next this is the fourth topic is the nature of organization. Next is centralization. Okay, centralization and decentralization. Okay, centralization is said to be a process where the concentration of decision making is in few hands, center. Okay, if I want to decide that this types of work will do it by this worker. Okay, it's a this types of decision will be on the few hands. Okay, all important decision and action at the lower level, all subject and action at the lower level are subjected to the approval of top management. Okay, all the action, all the work, all the material, okay, anything in the lower level worker, employee has to approval the top management, has to be approval from the top management. Okay, so centralization is systematic and consistent reservation of authority. Okay, there is will be authority at central points in the any organization. Okay, how can we implement centralization reservation? Okay, reservation of decision making power at the top level. Okay, decision making power at the top level. Okay, other than top level all the member are cannot decide on their own. The reservation of operating authority with the middle level manager and reservation of operation at lower level at the direction of the top level. Okay, if a top level give the direction to the lower level, which types of work you will do. Okay, example, in business concern, the father and son being the owner decide about the important all the matters and all the rest of function like product, finance, marketing, personal, and carried out by the department heads, and they have to act as per instruction. Okay, they have not have to add anything or give the anything. Okay, and order of the two people. Okay, they have to take order from the two people, father and son. So this is a centralization. Okay, decision making is power remain in the hands of father and son. Okay, then what are the advantages and benefit of centralization? Okay, facility for personal leadership. Okay, so there is absolutely no doubt that the centralized office organization helps in the establishing a personal leadership. Okay, which may even be able to convert a losing leadership. Okay, then equitable distribution of work. Okay, if I am in the owner, okay, so I will give work to the all the owner. Okay, all the worker. Okay, so in order to group together and economies the working as well as cost, the grouping of two or more departments into one, also placing the same under one control goes. Okay, so equitable individual worker. Okay, so brings economy and speed also. Then uniformity of activity. Okay, obviously when centralized, the activity will be either in the hand of one individual or few one. Okay, so under his direct control. Okay, it will be our direct control. Okay, so result in uniformity of activity and thereby ensuring uniform decision and uniform process. Then specialization of work as well as process and handling of the work by the staff who has specialized in the work. As I told earlier that in organization we have to give work to the specific worker. Okay, so his handling are the few of the meaningful advantages of specialization. Economy. The uniformity of activity and specialization of work lead to economic operation and best utilization of the staff service. Okay, best utilization of staff service. Okay, so this will bring efficiency as well as smoothness. Then no duplication of work. Okay, if I am the owner, I will give one work to the only one group or any one worker. Okay, I will not given the work to the two group, two department. Okay, if there is a not centralizations. Okay, so there are two different department will work at the same work at the same time. Okay, so there will be a two material. Okay, so centralized personal leadership, uniformity of activity and specialization leave no scope for the duplication of work in the office. Okay, so the extra labor, extra cost involved in the duplication is avoided. Quick decision for taking advantages of a rare opportunity coming in the way, it is necessary that decision should be quickly taken. Okay, so opportunity will not be slip away. Okay, so we can take the quick decision is centralization. Okay, effective control, uniformity in activity, specialization and standardization, facility greater degree or supervision, effective coordination, self and departmental integration, and thus ensure effective control. Okay, effective control. Okay, what are the disadvantages of centralization? Centralization setup suffer from the following disadvantage: delay in work. Okay, quick decision is possible but only at the top level. Okay, so since the decision is taken only by the top, if it is not possible to take quick decision, then whenever the top is neither available nor is in the mood to take one, then it will be delay in our work. Okay, so this result in delaying the work since it has the top that is to take decision and none other else. Okay, bureaucracy. This bureaucracy leads to red tapeism. Okay, red tapeism means you will go like in A2 B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and your work will not be carried out. Okay, let in SBI bank. Okay, red tape. Okay, a centralized setup brands red tape which does not only delay the work but also sometimes helps in the reining of eyebrow, because bureaucracy always leads to discrimination. Okay, honors of family member, honors relative. Okay, it will get the higher position. Okay, in the their organization. Then distinctive to subordinate. Okay, subordinate in a such a setup only is required to implement whatever is asked to carry. Okay, they have to not give any idea, no independent decision making authority. Okay, no loyalty, since the initiative is not there, charm is not there, zeal is absent, so no involvement will be there. Okay, only the implementation of job is here in the organization. Okay, so this means we have to work like a machine as a order. Okay, so such a psychology always never work. Okay, so neither the work for the organization is created as on one. Obviously, from the servant, loyalty can be expected only when he is allowed to think that he is very much a part of the department and the organization. Okay. Then lack of secrecy in a centralized setup cannot be maintained, as the orders and decision flow from one place to and convey to the all. Okay, so it cannot be maintained. Then decentralization means is the opposite of centralization. Decentralized system, there is no single centralized authority that makes decision on behalf of all the party. Okay, it's a democratic way of running a organization in which the power is intruded from the top to bottom. Okay, employee at each level are delegated to take independent decision. He will take the decision independent. Okay, whereas a centralized system is a undemocratic way, army rule, okay, of running an organization in which order and decision are passed from the top to bottom, like in centralization. Okay, but neither in this decentralization. Okay, each worker can take independent decision. Okay, at each level. Decentralization refers to the systematic effort to delegate to the lowest level of authority, except that which can be controlled and exercised at a central point. Okay, decentralization, also called departmentalization, is the policy of delegating decision making authority down to the lower level. Okay, all the worker will be given to the decision. Okay, then advantages, what are the top management is really he will be free in day-to-day work. Okay, so he can be concentration on strategy, higher level decision making and future coordinating activity. Okay, decentralization provide lower level manager with a vital experience in the decision making. Okay, without such experience they will be ill prepared to the make decision. Okay, added responsibility and decision making authority often resulted in increased job satisfaction. Okay, responsibility and authority. Okay, lower level manager generally have more detail and up to date information about the local condition, and then the top management. Okay, uh, local manager have more information than top manager, owner or son. Okay, so therefore the decision of lower level management are often based on their better information, better survey data. Okay, so lower level managers generally have more data and more detail and up to date information about local condition. It's difficult to evaluate a manager performance if the manager is not given much latitude in what he or she can do. Okay, we have to give something like that. Okay, what are the disadvantages of decentralization? Can be extremely expensive. Okay, for the decision making we have to train staff. Okay, so that will be can be very expensive. Okay, we have to train lower level manager, so that can be they take a decision based on their experience or training. Okay, potential cost of poor decision, if they take a poor decision, okay, so their cost will be in our hands. Okay, so we have to keep in mind that disadvantage, that it is a potential cost of poor decision. Duplication of activity. Okay, one department is doing that work, also other department is doing that work. Okay, so there may be a duplication of activity. Developing and operating sophisticated planning and reporting system. Okay, we have to make all the planning and reporting system, that this department will doing this work. Okay, in today's date we have given this work. Okay, so there is a some disadvantages of decentralization. Then implication of decentralization. Okay, there are fewer burdens on the chief executive, main owner. Okay, as in case of the centralization have more burden, more load, more responsibility. The in decentralization, the subordinate get a chance to decide and act independently. Okay, they have not to depend on the owner. Okay, so which develop their skill and capability. Okay, so this way the organization is able to process reserves of talents. Okay, in decentralization, a diversification and horizontal can be easily implemented. Okay, other work other than what we have manufacture, other than our objective goal. Decentralization concern diversification of activity can place effectively, since there is a more space for creating new department. Okay, so therefore diversification growth is of the degree. Okay, so all the department is doing work on their decision. Okay, so we can make a new department also. Okay, so growth is there in the company organization. In organization structure, operation can be coordinated at the decision level, which is not possible in the centralization setup. Okay, and in case of decentralization structure, there is a greater motivation and moral of the employee or worker, since they get more independence to the act and decide. Okay, so these are the implication of decentralization. Okay, so in this lecture we have studied the organization, different organization, definition of organization, nature, centralization, advantages of centralization and disadvantages of centralization. Then definition of decentralization, advantage of decentralization and disadvantage of decentralization. Okay, here it is your assignment question. You have to write down and upload it in red and white application. So now we can conclude our today's lecture. In next lecture we will start with our staffing, function of staffing. Okay, so today's lecture is completed.